All right, everybody, Sunday fun day. Wake up your dog, because it's time for the news. It's a fresh new week. This is Overnight Israel. I'm Simcha Brodsky, coming to you live from JFeed Studios here in Jerusalem. Here is everything that you need to know right here and right now in the news today. A teen got caught planning a terror attack, hostage families are begging for help, and Trump's making big talk about Greenland. The date is March 30th, 2025. Here's what happened overnight while you were sleeping. The top story tonight, cops and Israel's security team grabbed a 17-year-old kid earlier this month. They say that he wanted to carry out a terror attack on behalf of ISIS. He promised to help them a bunch of times and was planning something bad up in the north. When they caught him, he had papers showing how to make bombs. The court in Haifa now has him under control, and they're charging him and want him locked up until it's all figured out. In Jerusalem today, over 100 people, including families of hostages, a father who lost his son, and some teenagers met up near Ron Dermer's house. Now, he is the guy supposedly trying to bring the hostages back from Gaza. They prayed loudly, blessing the new Jewish month that came in yesterday night, hoping it means good news. Eli David, whose brother Evyatar is still in Gaza, told Dermer, "Listen, you're the main guy. Don't pick who comes home first. Just bring them all back." Idan Alexander's uncle, Levi, yelled, "God help us." And they're clearly all very upset and they're very scared. Signs on a fence asked Dermer to save people like Alon Ohel and Omri Miran. A father named Tzvi Zussman, whose son Ben died fighting in Gaza, said, "My kid's gone, but you still have an opportunity to save all of their children." Also, John Polin, whose son Hirsch was killed by Hamas, said that politicians should stop wearing the yellow hostage pins, saying that he doesn't believe that they are truly working hard enough to bring them back. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is headed out this Wednesday night to Hungary to see their leader Viktor Orban. Hungary is a friend in Europe, and Orban's been quite nice to Israel, even after some court trouble over Gaza. They're scheduled to chat until Sunday, and Netanyahu is going to stay there over the weekend. He's also asked to skip a day of his own court case this week, saying that he's got a big security meeting that can't wait. Additionally, the news outlet N12 says that the army is getting ready to hit Iran by mid-2025. Down in Gaza, the anti-Hamas protests have taken a very unsurprising turn. Hamas grabbed a 22-year-old who was supposedly one of the protest's leaders. They beat him up bad, killed him, and his family says that they dumped his body in front of their house. Lots of people came out to his funeral today shouting, "Hamas, get out!" Those protests went on for 3 days, and people are sick of Hamas and this war. Now, this is an interesting twist because many believed that these protests were planned and staged by Hamas themselves, and it is still possible. It could also be that this killing was a way for Hamas to save face and show their supporters that they are still very much in control and are not supportive of these protests. Hamas has been warning folks to shut up, but this is the first time that they killed somebody over the protests. Now, it appears that they might be losing control. In the latest on the hostage deal, Hamas offered to free 5 hostages in exchange for a ceasefire. Israel says no, they want 10 hostages or nothing. We're all waiting to see who's going to win. All right, a quick look around the world. U.S. President Trump keeps talking about taking Greenland from Denmark. He says that he might even use the military, calling it a safety thing for the world. Denmark's leader says, "Listen, hey, we're friends. Don't talk to us that way." Trump has always, played it quite tough. The U.S. bombed Houthi spots in Yemen last night, hitting both their capital and another town quite hard. They say 7 bombs were dropped. The Houthis shot another missile at Israel. Long story short, it didn't hit anything, but a woman in Israel fell into a ditch while trying to hide. The Houthis claimed that it was a success, but of course, everybody knows that that's a lie. Iran is also making noise. They say that if Trump attacks them, they'll hit a U.S. and U.K. base called Diego Garcia way out in the Indian Ocean. That base currently holds multiple B-2 bombers, 3,600 kilometers from Iran. If our calculations are correct, Iran's current missile stack can't even reach half that distance. Their best one only goes maybe 1,650 kilometers, and their longer ones still will fall short. They'd probably need a ship or a submarine in order to get close, but the U.S. would likely spot that early and put a stop to it. Now, maybe they try to launch some of their Shahed drones, but the base has strong defenses to knock those out. The point is, The U.S. can hit Iran from where they stand, and Iran can't touch them in return. They've been promising an attack for a very long time since Haniya was assassinated in Iran. So far, it seems that their promises are empty. In actually very good news, the UAE has apprehended and is now going to be giving the death penalty to the 3 people that perpetrated the attack, killing Chabad emissary and Rabbi Tzvi Kogan. Well, folks, another day, another dollar. Most of the same across the world, which is kind of good. Hopefully, we can all get along and keep things under control. Still, 59 hostages remain in Gaza, and we all pray for their safe and peaceful return back home. Bibi claims, saying that the combination of military pressure and political pressure is the only thing that brought back the hostages in the first place. It seems as if he does not plan on slowing down any military operations in Gaza. For JFeed.com, live from our studios here in Jerusalem, I'm Simcha Brodsky. This has been Overnight Israel. Catch you tomorrow.